Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and the most reliable mug coins on the market. And don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 5% off. The link for their website will be right at the top of the description. Are you looking to take your Madden game to the next level? Look no further than Civil.gg for the best ebooks on the market. Choose one of 2 membership options, and don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 25% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have the long overdue updated quarterback tier list. Before we hop into it though, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. With the subscribe button for notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. I also will leave a link for my Twitch channel down in the description. I will be live tonight over on Twitch. If you haven't come through yet, I recommend you do. And the shout out for today's video goes to my man Colonel Sanders. Shout out to Colonel Sanders for commenting the emoji on last video. So here is the first quarterback tier list of the year, and I actually did drop this video, I believe, during the EA Access trial period. So at this point, I didn't really understand the meta of a quarterback in Madden 22. We were all still trying to kind of figure it out, but yeah, don't worry. This tier list will be a lot better than this one because, yeah, I have been playing this game since it's come out, obviously, basically every single day. And, yeah, I understand. I mean, obviously, I understand the meta of, you know, what you need for a good quarterback and stuff like that. I have a pretty, you know, good feel. I've tried out a lot of the guys at the top here. So, yeah, here's the new tier list, though. Here it is. As you guys can see, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence. Herbert actually stayed at A tier somehow. But, yeah, Justin Herbert now does have set feet on the first tier list. He actually did not. And yeah, the reason why I put Josh Allen over Trevor Lawrence was because of his throw on the run. Both get set feet, both have pretty much the same release. You know, there's nothing too crazy about Josh Allen. But Josh Allen has a better throw on the run, and I think that's more valued on a set feet quarterback because sometimes you have to make that throw on the run. You can't always, you know, set your feet rolling out of the pocket because they'll send a spy or maybe a defensive lineman got a good shed or something like that. So I like having that good throw on the run. And as far as accuracy goes, man, I mean, Josh Allen, for me, when I used him, barely missed any throws. Like, he barely did, even though he does have worse accuracy stats than Trevor Lawrence. So that's why, you know, I have Josh Allen in front of Trevor Lawrence. And as far as Herbert and Lawrence, I do like Lawrence a little bit more. I feel like Lawrence is just kind of a slightly better version than Justin Herbert. But yeah, we also do have the brand new Team of the Week, Kyler Murray. If you did watch the live stream on Saturday, this card did beat me in a weekend league game. I'm not proud of it. I probably shouldn't have even said it in this video, but this card's actually not terrible. If you have a guy like Justin Fields or a guy like who else? I guess a guy down here like Trey Lance. Getting a guy like Kyler Murray might be an upgrade for you. I think he's a really good quarterback. If that does fit your play style, and you can't afford like the A or S tier guys. So Kyler Murray, not that bad of an option, honestly. But those are all the new guys I believe that have been added. Maybe Taysom Hill, Matt Ryan too, at B tier and C tier. But at the top of the list, the first quarterback we're looking at today is going to be the superstar MVP, Russell Wilson. So I know this might sound a little bit screwed up, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I completely forgot that Russell Wilson was even in this game. Like, I don't see him on head-to-head. You do not see this card in Weekend League. Like, I honestly forgot that Russell Wilson even had this card. But Russell Wilson, 89 overall, 77 speed. If his speed was a little bit higher, I could argue him for maybe an A to S tier. But 77 speed, 83 acceleration. Like, they gave Daniel Jones better speed. I mean, it makes sense, but you know what I mean? Like, his speed's a little bit too low for a Russell Wilson card. The way they've been kind of giving out speed this year, I'm surprised that his speed is where it's at. But Russell Wilson, 86 throw power, 86 short, 87 mid, 88 deep, 89 throw on the run with an 88 throw under pressure, 89 play action with an 87 break sack. I mean, this card's actually like a pretty good card stat-wise. As you guys can see, all green across the board here. But it doesn't have set feet, so it does kind of knock him, in my opinion, out of that S to A tier. But if you're looking for a guy, I mean, like, I would say that, like, if you're looking for a guy that can run, go with Russell Wilson, but it's not like he even has elite speed to the point where he can, you know, roll out and make guys miss in the open field. So Russell Wilson's just kind of a weird card that is really good in the pocket, but just doesn't get set feet or gunslinger. So it does kind of hurt him a whole lot, but his stats are actually really good. So I'm gonna put Russell Wilson right at the top of B tier. Yeah, he's kind of like a pocket passer that doesn't get pocket passer abilities, if that makes any sense. So Russell Wilson, B tier. That one could be debated if you are a Seahawks teamer, but Russell Wilson, EA just loves doing his cards dirty. I feel like every single year we get a new Russell Wilson card, and I never like him. I mean, I like Russell Wilson in real life, but I mean, in Madden, his cards are just never, like, good. Never really worth getting, in my opinion. So next man up is the 82 overall Joe Burrow. I'm not actually too sure why I put this card in here to go over, but we're here now, so we might as well do it. But Joe Burrow, 76 speed, 79 acceleration. Like, literally, he has one less speed than Russell Wilson, which is crazy to me. But the 83 throw power, as far as accuracies go, 81, 80, and 77. So Joe Burrow, I mean, powered up for a Bengals team. Maybe you want to run him, maybe. But Yeah, I don't know. Joe Burrow, the card's nothing really too special. Can be powered up and also does come baked in with long range Deadeye and Bazooka, which I guess is pretty cool. I mean, maybe if, I mean, long range, yeah, putting long range in this card actually wouldn't make him that bad because his 77 deep accuracy is probably going to kill him, but with long range, he should make a lot of those throws. He should. I mean, pretty decent if you want to do solos, I guess, because his throw power 83, actually not the best to be honest, but does come baked in with his abilities, which is definitely cool for people who are still trying to afford training. So let's throw Joe Burrow down here at, throw him down here at C tier. He's probably better than, yeah, I put him before Deshaun Watson, but I face his Cam Newton card. He's actually not terrible. I will say that right now. So I'm going to put Joe Burrow right in front of Deshaun Watson and right after Cam Newton. So next up, we have the 88 overall ultimate kickoff set feet Matthew Stafford. The card's got 70 speed, 72 acceleration, 90 throw power, decent accuracy stats at 84, 84, and 86, 78 throwing the run, throwing under pressure at an 84, play action at an 81. Definitely a card I would keep in the pocket, and in my opinion, that is kind of what keeps him, you know, I think he's definitely an A-tier quarterback, but if he had a little bit better speed and could roll out a little bit better, he would probably be in that high A tier to low S tier range. But because he's kind of just a cone in the pocket, yes, he's going to throw dots for you if you have him on a Lions or Rams theme team. I think this card is still really good as a passer. But I mean, this year's game, it feels like every quarterback can make every throw on the run. So I think having that speed and that acceleration, especially this year, acceleration on quarterbacks is very, very important. Because if you, I don't know what, it may have been the Zach Wilson gameplay, but you can actually, no, it was actually the Jets theme team video, I think. Like, you can actually like escape the pocket from defensive linemen with that acceleration and with that speed. In previous Maddens that I've played, you really can't do that, and they kind of make the acceleration and the speed stat irrelevant behind the line of scrimmage. But in this year's game, guys like Vince Young that for some reason can make every crossbody throw, every bounce route is completed for guys like that. I think having the speed and acceleration is really important. So don't get me wrong, I do think that Matthew Stafford's an amazing quarterback, but I'm going to put him at A tier. You could debate him over Herbert, you really could. Yeah, I'll put him in front of Herbert actually, but like it's tough because Herbert can roll out and make throws. It's tough, honestly. I don't know. For my play style in this year's game, I'm going to make him even because, yeah, I mean, it's not just my play style I'm looking at other people's play styles as well, where I think Stafford's definitely a better passer, but Herbert has that ability to roll out and make throws. So I'm going to make those guys basically equals. That's just my opinion on it. So Matthew Stafford, low to mid A tier. So next up, we have a card that I really dislike, and that is the Matt Leinart 89 overall Campus Hero card. This is a card that I'm sure that you probably just figured out exists because no one wants to talk about this card. I faced this card maybe a few times. I've actually never used them. This is only off my experience of, I did watch a few YouTube gameplays on him, and I also did, I played him a few times, believe it or not, but Matt Leinart's card, not good. I will say that right now. He's basically a lefty Tom Brady with a garbage release. Yeah, he's got good short accuracy. Yeah, he's got good mid and good deep and stuff like that, but he's a lefty pocket passer with a really, really bad release. Yes, he does get set feet, but I'm telling you right now, stay away from this card. I don't care if you have a Cardinals theme team, get Kyler or cheat. That's all I'm going to say. Do not get stuck with Matt Leinart at quarterback because he's a lefty and he throws a really bad football. Like, it's really bad what this card can do. So, Matt Leinart, I'm going to put him, I don't think he's like C tier, like he has set feet, like he's not terrible. I know I kind of knocked him down a lot there, but a lefty Tom Brady with a bad release, I'm going to put him behind Brady. You could debate him down here, maybe even lower than, I don't know. I'm going to put him here, though, for now. I mean, the card is a card that you can definitely get the job done with. It's just going to be much harder, and there are a lot of better options, like a lot of better options than Matt Leinart in this game right now. Next up, we have the 85 overall Trey Lance. You actually will see this card a pretty good amount, mainly because, yeah, a lot of people have 49er theme teams, and they're most likely, I mean, maybe not all of them, but there are a fair amount that are actually 49er fans as well and want to use Trey Lance in game. So I was actually upset that this card wasn't Zach Wilson. Looking back at it now, I'm very happy that it wasn't Zach Wilson. But yeah, 84 speed, 87 acceleration with 89 throw power. Does have a power up too, so does get that 90 throw power. Accuracy stats not the greatest. Does not get set feet either. But coming with a power up and good to decent speed, great throw power. Pretty solid as a runner too. I mean, this card is actually like a slightly better version of that Justin Fields card that we got. So I'm going to throw Trey Lance at that B tier range right in front of Justin Fields. I feel like these three quarterbacks right here, Kyler, Trey, and Justin Fields, kind of in this order. If you have Justin Fields, look to try to maybe, I mean, it may not be worth trying to get Trey Lance for the coins, but maybe try to get that Kyler Murray card, because I think he's definitely worth it over, you know, Justin Fields and guys like that. This Kyler card is actually pretty good. Let's actually go over his stats real quick. So here is the team of the week, Kyler Murray. And one thing I do want to say real quick is there's always value in having cards on your team that are playing really well in real life. And Kyler Murray, he's been balling. Yeah, the Cardinals kind of won a game on a field goal, but he's been playing really, really well in real life. So I expect EA to feed Kyler this year. I really do. I really expect that. I mean, last year I feel like he got cheated. I mean, Kyler got a lot of upgrades last year, but he never actually got those really good quarterback abilities. Hopefully this year that does change for Kyler. But 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 87 agility, 87 throw power, accuracy stats at 84, 80, 82. Good break sack, and as far as being a ball carrier goes, 87 COD with an 88 ball carrier vision and 77 carrying at quarterback. And here is what the card looks like. Fully powered up, by the way. I mean, 88 overall, and this card looks really good with 87 speed, 90 acceleration. I mean, if you know rolling out and you can't afford, you know, Vince Young is your play style, then yeah, Kyler Murray might be the guy for you. I think he's the best like mobile guy out here that's not named Vince Young in this game right now. And he's actually faster than Vince and a better runner than Vince, I think. But he doesn't have, you know, the accuracy stats that Vince Young has. So that's why I put Vince kind of in that upper echelon. But yeah, I still think that Kyler Murray, definitely a great player in this game, a great card in this game. Very underrated card. I'm going to put him at B tier right behind Russell, but still a very, very nice card. So next up, we have that man, 89 overall campus hero, Vince Young. And this card, for me so far this year, has been the most frustrating card to face that's not named Derrick Henry. But Vince Young, and by the way, they both get Titans themed, which is crazy to me. But Vince Young is so frustrating to face because in a good player's hands, I mean, I faced a lot of really, really bad Vince Young users, and he's kind of like Lamar Jackson has been in years past, where you kind of have to have like a little bit of skill to use him. Like you can't just come out there and you start wailing the ball around with him because he's not going to look pretty. But Vince Young is so frustrating to face because when the O-line picks up all the pressure that I'm sending and Vince Young has time in the pocket and he can roll out and get a route bounce or dash you for 15, the card is so hard to stop because it feels like in this year's game, it doesn't matter if you're running backwards 25 yards or rolling cross body, every quarterback can make every single throw, which I think is another reason why defense is kind of hard in this game. But Vince Young, for some reason, this dude just doesn't miss throws on the run. Like, he makes every single throw on the run, route bounce, and no set feed. It's kind of crazy how frustrating this card is to face in a good player's hands. I will say that right now. Like, you can debate that he's the best quarterback in the game if you're a good player and know how to use Vince. But for a lot of people, this card is not going to feel that great to them. I'm going to say that right now. He didn't feel that great for me, and I'm nowhere near the best Madden player in the world. So that's why he didn't feel that great for me. But I know this card is just so annoying to face. I can never stop him, especially in weekend league. I probably lost like 5 or 6 games in a weekend to this Vince Young card, throwing crazy route bounces. So Vince Young, without question, an S tier quarterback. In the right player's hands, this card is absolutely lethal. Next up, we have the man who was the best quarterback in the game for a very long time there, and that is the 88 overall flashback Danny Dimes. This card is a set feet lead quarterback with 85 speed, 88 acceleration. So Daniel Jones has the same exact speed as Vince Young. But for whatever reason, I feel like a lot of people don't use Daniel Jones the same way they use Vince Young. I'm not sure why that is, but they really just don't. But Daniel Jones actually has been playing pretty well in real life. You know, the Giants haven't been getting a lot of wins. And I'm the first guy to hate on Daniel Jones, but he's actually been playing very well. It's just kind of been the Giants team in general that's kind of been selling him, I feel like. But powered up, 90 throw power, good accuracy stats, 85, 84, and 88 with an 87 throw on the run. There's a reason why this card was so popular, and he was definitely the best quarterback in the game for a very, very long time. So Daniel Jones, I mean, good release, set feet lead, good speed. Like, the card can kill you in so many different ways. It's actually annoying. So Daniel Jones going at S tier. I mean, if you watch the MCS2, basically every single pro player was using Danny Dimes, and there was a reason for that. So Daniel Jones, definitely an S tier quarterback, and in my opinion, yes, better than Vince Young. So next up, we have Johnny Unitas, and Johnny didn't have much time on people's teams because Johnny Unitas dropped on a Saturday, and then on Wednesday that week, Daniel Jones came out. So everyone then sold Johnny Unitas. So Johnny Unitas, you're not going to see him much anymore because there are better options than him in the game right now. And I feel like at quarterback, everyone kind of finds one QB and then uses him this year, just kind of how it's working. So it does kind of make it feel like you're facing the same guy over and over again. I mean, there are, I guess, in my opinion, there are 3 like top tier elite quarterbacks in this game right now. But Johnny didn't get that much time, you know, on people's teams because, yeah, everyone was just like, why would I use Johnny Unitas when Daniel Jones is out and he might be like the same price, if not cheaper? And you know, he's better than him. So everyone just kind of sold Johnny Unitas back. This card didn't get much time in the light, but a pretty solid card. He's not crazy. He's not anything crazy, but 80 speed, set feet lead, good accuracy stats. His release is not the greatest, I don't think, but the release at this point of the year doesn't really matter that much in my opinion. So Johnny Unitas, I'm gonna put him at A tier. I don't think he's an S tier guy. I tried to keep like the super elite guys at S tier. I easily could have put all the set feet guys at S tier, but I didn't want to do that. I want to keep the super elite guys up there. So Johnny Unitas, high A tier. I guess you could debate low S tier, but definitely a top 5 quarterback in the game. If you are looking for a new QB to use, maybe try out Johnny. If you've already used Daniel Jones and Vince Young and Josh Allen, you didn't like those guys, maybe go back to Unitas. I don't really know, but definitely a pretty solid card that just kind of got disrespected because Daniel Jones came out 4 days later. And finally, last but not least, we have who I think and who many also think is the best quarterback in the game right now, which is kind of funny coming off his 4 interception performance against the Patriots, which as a Jets fan, I don't want to talk about it. But hey, Zach Wilson in Madden, at least he's pretty good at Madden. So 82 speed, 87 acceleration, 91 base throw power, can be powered up, great accuracy stats, great throw on the run. He kind of does feel like Vince Young and Daniel Jones, where they can just make any throw that they really want to on the field when they're rolling opposite way, like behind the back throws, over the head throws. Like they make every throw. I don't know why. But the reason why Zach Wilson is, in my opinion, so much better than Daniel Jones and Vince Young is because of Gunslinger. Zach Wilson is the first and only Gunslinger quarterback in the game, and he did survive Legend Weekend. Will he survive Team Diamonds? Will he survive Team of the Week? Will he survive Limiteds? Will he survive Wildcard Wednesday? I don't know, and honestly, this week of Madden is going to be super exciting. I feel like, you know, people are going to start coming back to the game. We're getting Team Diamonds. Hopefully we get a good, you know, Team of the Week Tuesday, stuff like that, but it should be a really, really good week for Madden 22 content, so I'm definitely excited for that. But back to Zach Wilson. Everyone knows where this card is going before you probably even clicked on the video. Zach Wilson at S tier, and here is the final quarterback tier list. Our top 5 is Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones, Vince Young, Johnny Unitas, and Josh Allen, with Trevor Lawrence, Matt Stafford, and Justin Herbert. And honestly, you could probably debate any of these 3 guys in front of Josh Allen, but when I use Josh Allen, I love his throw on the run, and I also do feel like Josh Allen's a good card to kind of sit on because Josh Allen will get upgrades throughout the year. EA, I mean, they kind of did that last year, gave him like a Team Diamond card. No, it was a team standout card last year that everyone had on their team with Gunslinger. That card was wild. But yeah, Josh Allen, a card that will always get love, and I think a card that plays really, really well, even though he's a low overall. And I actually want to check, what is his price right now? Because he might be like a budget option at this point. I don't really know. Josh Allen's going for 20K. Definitely a really good budget QB. So if you're just getting started, getting a set fee Josh Allen for 20K, that's pretty nice. His power's only 4K right now. So yeah, that's a pretty good option right there if you're just getting started. That's like a 24K, maybe like a 30K with training quarterback, a top 5 quarterback in the game right now. That's a really good price right there for Josh Allen. But if you are still watching, and then also if you have any disagreements with me on today's list, feel free to drop those down below. I do read every single comment. And yeah, if you are still watching, let's comment the car emoji for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.